Did you hear that?
Yeah.
There was a voice right before that.
Was there?
There was a voice.
It sounded like the REM pod, but it wasn't the REM pod. Did you just mimic another device?
Dude, I heard a voice. It sounded like it came from out there in the hallway. That was down there.
Yeah, back near the gym.
Goodness gracious.
That was in that hallway. Just to prove it. And it did it again.
That motion light has turned on by itself. A voice?
Yeah, that was for sure. That sounded like a male.
That was an adult male.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're at a haunted school in Manchester, Ohio. We're at the Bentonville Elementary School.
Now this is a newer spot to the paranormal. Our friends over at Blue Collar Paranormal run the investigations here, so check them out guys. We're going to plug them all down below. They manage a bunch of different properties here in Ohio and in Kentucky, so you definitely want to give them a look. But this spot is really, really interesting. It was built in the early 1900s with some additions in the 1950s. And it had a couple of tragedies tied to it.
Yeah, there are numerous stories of tragedies that occurred in the school and around the school as well. This intersection in front of the school is known to be the most dangerous intersection in all of Ohio. There are reports that there's a little girl who was unfortunately killed in an accident out front, and even stories of a teacher and a janitor here from the school that have passed away as well.
Yeah, this intersection out here has claimed the lives of many, many people, and it's right out the front door here. Like you said, the girl was hit by a bus out front. There have been numerous reports of people seeing this little girl walking around in the building, and they think her name might be Emma, but they're not really sure.
Yeah, on one of the doors in the building here, and then even on the chalkboards and stuff, the name Emma has been written and no one was in here to write it. So hopefully we can figure that out tonight if that little girl is Emma that they see around this place. But we visited another haunted school in Ohio, Post Town. We had a really good night, so I'm excited for tonight's investigation.
Yeah, Post Town really surprised us, so I'm excited to see what this location has in store for us. The claims and the reports that have been on here are absolutely insane. I mean, the girl that they see is clear as day, full person. You can see the dress, you can see her hair up, so I'm interested to see if we're gonna see that tonight, along with hearing janitors' keys jingling, doors opening and closing in front of people, things moving, people being touched, pretty much everything you can think of. So I'm just really excited to get in here. Thank you again to Blue Collar Paranormal for getting us in here, guys. They're all plugged down below, so check their stuff out. But I think it's time. Let's grab our stuff, let's get into it and see what Bentonville School has for us.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, guys, so we're starting out down here in the gymnasium. Now, when we did the Post Town Elementary School, we had really good activity in the gym, so we wanted to start in here to see if we could kind of the same thing. Earlier we were playing some basketball in here, trying to see if that will amp up the energy for tonight, so we were shooting around, not well, but we were doing it in here.
I've never played basketball.
It was evident that neither of us have played in a very long time. So we have stuff set up throughout the entire gym, and actually in the back kitchen area over here, we have the nope rope, and we have a millimeter over there. We have the static dome here in the middle of the gym. There's a REM pod on the stage, and the music box is actually in the doorway pointing out to the hallway. So we're gonna blanket this entire gymnasium. We're gonna use the DR60s. We're gonna see if we can make contact with anybody in here. They have a lot of really cool claims in this area.
Yeah, throughout the entire school too, they have motion lights set up, and it's said that when no one is in the hallway, the motion lights will go off. So hopefully that'll happen tonight as well.
When there's no motion, the lights detect motion.
Yes, very interesting.
Scary.
Very scary.
All right, so let's see if we can make contact with them, and we'll go from there.
Let's do it.
My name's Steve. This is Dylan. Yeah.
It was like on the stage.
Yeah. Dylan. Yeah.
It was like on the stage.
Yeah. Dylan. Yeah.
It was like on the stage.
Yeah.
If you can see that red light on the stage, can you touch the top of it so it lights up? We have a number of devices in here, both in the kitchen and in the gym, that if you touch or get near, they're gonna light up, make some noise. They just allow us to talk to you. Can you interact with one of them, please?
We heard there might be a little girl still in the school, possibly named Emma. Is that true? We would love to talk to her. We're friends with Marshall and Jada. You know them. They come here all the time to talk to you. They invited us here tonight.
This is someone other than Emma, or the little girl. We'd still like to talk to you. Just make your presence known. Either make a really loud noise, yell for us, whistle, set off one of these devices.
What the fuck was that?
Devices.
What the fuck was that?
Devices.
What the fuck was that?
Those were by the chairs, sound like.
Yeah, it sounded like something moved in there.
Yeah.
Because you guys can faintly hear it's raining outside. It's sprinkling. It's not raining that hard. That was in here.
Right.
That was right over here.
And Marshall was saying too, this doubled as a cafeteria too. So this would be the gym, so where they do all the sports in here. But all the chairs and the tables over here, they pull these out. So during lunchtime, this would be their cafeteria.
Right, and that's kind of what happens when you have an older school. You know, you kind of make work with what you have. This used to be a 2-story, wooden schoolhouse.
Right.
They just kind of added onto it and built onto it over the years. So
That could even be residual though.
Yeah.
Like pulling out the chairs, getting ready for lunch, which is a little late for lunch, I think, but
if they follow the same timeline.
true.
Can you make another noise for us? Knock on the stage. Yell.
Is that a whistle?
What the fuck was that?
Something came from the hallway. Couldn't tell if it was like a whistle or like a scream.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was.
Hello? If you're in the hall, can you come down to the gym? Can you walk down here?
What was that?
Can you walk down here?
What was that?
Can you walk down here?
What was that?
Who the hell? That was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That sounded like a voice.
Surrounded, as per usual.
That was a voice.
Yeah.
It still sounded female, I would say.
Right, but it was kind of like deeper.
Yeah, it was deeper than the other one.
Yeah.
Is there somebody over here in the kitchen? If there is, can you walk by those lights on the ground?
There's a string of purple lights. If you get near them, they change color. It's pretty cool. There's another noise.
There's a whistle again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna whistle. Can you whistle back?
A lot of this does seem like they're setting up for lunch, though.
Yeah. It's movement, it's voices.
They're going to set up the tables. They're in here making whatever's.
I'm kind of hungry.
Today. Yeah, I feel that.
Are you cooking? Are you getting ready to serve the students?
What's on the menu today? You got some pasta
I should have a voice.
in there?
Yep. 100% in this room right behind me. It was very quiet. It was definitely in here though. Hello? Can you touch this device here on the pass-through window?
None of these are going to hurt you. Whoa,
Good
that was loud.
Lord have mercy.
None of these are going to hurt you. Whoa,
Good
that was loud.
Lord have mercy.
None of these are going to hurt you. Whoa,
Good
that was loud.
Lord have mercy.
It's like the oven or something? Now?
Yeah. Are you getting something ready? I'm gonna knock. Can you knock back for us?
We're not trying to be in your way. We're not trying to be disrespectful. We're just going to be here tonight. We want to talk to you a little bit.
Can you come in here? Can you come in here? Can you come in here?
There's another female voice.
Are you hearing all that?
Sounds like a woman talking.
Hello?
Again. I feel like every time we direct our attention somewhere, something happens behind us.
Are you up by the stage?
Can you set off one of the devices we have set up in here?
Maybe we should do some DR60s.
Yeah, you try it.
We're going to use these other devices, okay? These record your voice. If you come up to them and speak into them as loudly and as clearly as you can, we should be able to hear whatever you have to say, okay? They're not going to hurt you. It just makes it easier for us to hear you. I have one and Dylan has one, all right? We're going to split up a little bit. I'm going to go up by the stage. He's going to stand back there by the kitchen, okay? We're going to give you the floor. We're not going to talk. We're going to count to 3. And we're going to let you speak. So whatever you want to say to us, now is your chance, all right? Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. One, two, three. All right. We're going to play these back now, okay? See if you said anything. We should be able to hear you. Ready?
Yep.
She almost walked into each other.
It's kind of dark in here.
It's dark in here. There's something there.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't want to speak with you?
yeah, speak with you. You can hear it. That's weird. It's mean.
It's very intelligent, though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that would make sense, though. They're kind of staying at the phrase of the room,
Right.
you know? They're the
We
far ends.
said, we're going to give you the floor, let you talk. And I don't
want to talk to you,
I don't
man.
want to speak to you.
That's crazy.
Mean.
Let's see what this one said.
It's like chattering. Yeah.
I don't know. Nothing really too clear out of that one.
That's weird. Well, why don't we go up here a little bit and ask some questions by the stage?
Yeah.
It seemed like whoever was up here, they said they didn't necessarily want to talk to us, but
Right.
whoever's up here seems...
Maybe there's multiple, you know? You never know.
Maybe one of them wants to talk to us. I'll stand by the door if you want to stay right there by the stage.
Yeah.
And we can ask them a few questions.
What was that?
I have no...
Yo.
I don't think that's me.
The motion light came on, too?
Yeah, the motion light's on. I don't think that's me. I'm going to step out of the way so
Yeah.
it turns off, and then we'll see. I don't think that's me, though, because I wasn't even in the doorway.
There's like a humming, too.
Yeah, I heard the
Yeah.
right before that, and then the motion light turns on. And they say they see this girl who they believe to be Emma up and down these halls.
Right, she just
she's
roams
got a
the
little
halls.
dress on. She's got her hair up in a ponytail.
They say, too, that when they see her, it's almost like she's on a mission.
Yeah.
Right? She's very focused.
That could be residual, right?
Could be.
Right, because she's not acknowledging them. She's just walking through the halls like she would have. It could just be residual energy of her.
Could be, yeah. That's weird,
I
though.
would probably be a little upset if
Yeah.
I saw a girl walking down the hall
That'd be
towards me
pretty
right
awful.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be cool for a minute. Later,
Yeah.
when I wasn't here. I want to wait for that to turn off, though, because I'm interested to see.
Yeah.
But while we're waiting, let's ask some questions.
Yeah.
So we're going to ask you a few questions, okay? We think we just heard you humming. We've heard people walking.
Okay.
Oh, now it turned off. All right, let's
we
see.
go.
I walked up to here.
That's kind of wild, actually, yo.
I was right here.
Yeah, like this is how dark it is, guys. Motion light is not on. So that's cool.
I was literally right here.
That's something they reported, though. These motion lights go on
They
all
get
the time.
people
and no
walking
one's
up and
there.
down the hallways.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's...
You stepped away in it.
How did that just happen?
You stepped away in it.
How did that just happen?
You stepped away in it.
How did that just happen? I'm
But
farther
again,
away.
The minute you step away, it turns on.
It turns on.
So it's like we start paying attention to it, and then he backs away, or she backs away, whoever it is.
That's crazy. I'm away from it.
Right.
I'm standing right there in the doorway. I'm here.
Right.
It's not going off. I get back out here, and it goes off.
Yeah.
That's
really
crazy,
bizarre.
actually.
Yeah.
But that's what's cool is that's something that they told us.
Right.
And I love when that stuff happens. When they tell us something and then it happens, like that's just so cool. Awesome. All right, so let's ask them some questions.
Yeah.
We're going to ask you a few questions now, okay? So if you're coming down the hallway, keep coming. Okay? Keep coming. We're going to ask you a few questions. Come up to this device in my hand. Dylan has one in his hand. He's over there by the stage. Ask you a few questions, and then we're going to move on and talk to some other people in the different parts of the building, okay? Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. What's the name of the little girl that walks up and down the hallways in a dress?
Who's over in the hallway by the motion light?
Is the janitor here?
Can
1,
you-
2, 3. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
There was a voice right before that.
Was there?
There was
I
a
didn't hear the
voice right
voice.
before that.
It's not like the chairs again, though.
Dude, I heard a voice. It sounded like it came from out there in the hallway. It literally sounded like somebody called from down the hallway.
Did you hear what it said?
No, it was a few words. I was like, bum, bum, bum. It was a few words, though. And then I turned to look at that, and that's when I heard all the movement over there by you.
Right.
Dude, that was so loud.
I didn't even hear it, no.
That sent chills down my spine. I couldn't tell what it said. It was just like, it was a few words. It was like, bum, bum, bum. It came from directly down that hallway, though. If you're out there, Can you walk towards us again so that this light turns on? All you gotta do is come down this hallway. You did it a minute ago.
Just walk towards the gym.
I think I just heard your voice. That's back in the kitchen again.
Kitchen.
I don't know, man. This place is nuts.
Yeah.
The
right off
noises,
bat.
like the voices, the footsteps, the knocks, the bangs, sounds like the chair's moving.
Right.
The motion light turning on and off by itself
And
already?
it's not just residual either, it's both.
No, and that's what I mean. And like that voice called down the hallway, which is where the motion light was turning on and off, man.
Right.
That's what's weird. All right, let's play these back.
Yeah.
What's the name of the little girl that walked up and down the hallway with her dress?
That was weird.
Yeah, I don't know what that
What's
is.
the name of the little girl that walked up and down the hallway with her dress? Is the janitor here?
That was me counting,
Yeah.
Dan. I don't know, man. Nothing super clear on that one, that weird noise. But, man, that voice is weird.
Yeah.
It was so loud. It echoed down the hall. Yeah. I don't know, players. Let's see.
What's the name of the little girl that walked up and down the hallway with her dress? Who's over in the hallway by the motion light? What? What's the name of the little girl that walked up and down the hallway with her dress? Who's over in the hallway by the motion light?
It's me?
Play it one more time.
That walked up and down the hallway with her dress. Who's over in the hallway by the motion light? Can you?
That was,
It's in the
loud.
kitchen again.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on back there.
That's what I mean.
It's
though.
like-
every time we focus our attention somewhere, it draws us somewhere else. You know what I mean?
All right, let's. What was that?
It sounded like it was back over there again
Yeah.
by the chairs.
Hello? That's what I mean, man. That motion light.
Yeah. Yeah. How close we are to the
Like,
door.
I was in that doorway before. It didn't go off. I got back over here and it went off.
Yeah. We should try to actually. Let's step back. Yo!
No way.
That's
How does that
wild.
happen?
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I was just in the threshold again.
That's what I mean.
How does that do that?
Let's step back. They're like, okay, I'll come back
And
in the
it-
hallway.
Oh my God.
That's kind of ridiculous, actually.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane, man. That's the third time in a row that motion light has turned on by itself.
Right. Well, thank you.
What a crazy start.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, we don't mean to get excited, but it's really cool when you do stuff like that, okay? We're going to be here for a while tonight talking to you, so you can keep that up. That's insane.
Yeah, that's really cool.
All right, let's move out there. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in this main hallway out here, along with the two classrooms over there, so we'll hit that spot, and then we'll do the Estes in the basement.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right, guys, we moved out into the main hallway of the school now. This is the area where Marshall is actually seeing the little girl walking down the hallway, and the motion light does pretty much the exact same thing. They have a motion light just above this cabinet right here, and it goes off when no one's out here. So we have equipment blanketing the entire area, and we're gonna kind of stay off to the side, out of the range of the motion light. But we have the static dome all the way down near the principal's office, the rope light coming all the way down, and then Mel and REM pod to my right.
Right.
So
And what Marshall said was they were in the classroom down there,
Yeah.
and he saw the motion light turn on by itself. So he looked out the window, and him and another gentleman actually saw this girl walk clear as day right down the hall past them. So it was like she was solid enough to set off the motion lights, here,
Right.
which is very interesting.
and they said she looked very stoic, like she
Right.
was on a mission. But again, that could be residual,
Right.
right? If she does haunt the school,
Right.
and these are the halls that she walks.
Right. She's
you
just
know?
doing the same thing.
Right.
We did put the music box in that hallway as well, pointing back down towards where that motion light was just going on and off, back towards the gym to see if we can get anything that way as well.
Yeah.
And we're going to do some more DR60 sessions out here for sure as well. So let's see if we can make contact with this little girl, see if it is Emma
Right.
or who it may be, and if we can hear the janitor's keys or anything like that.
Oh, static dome's going off
Oh, yeah, it is.
right off the bat. What was that? If you're down in this
Do you
hallway,
hear those footsteps?
I thought it was down there.
There was a knock and then there was like
Yeah.
3 footsteps down there. Those footsteps were so, dude, it was literally like a knock and then you could hear them on like the tile floor, just bum, 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 bum.
If you're in this hallway with us, can you set off one of these devices? Not sure if you're with us in the gym, but they're gonna light up and make some noise. They're not gonna hurt you.
Well, that was the other thing too. Jada said that down there, they were in one of the classrooms and it's latched, and they all heard the door handle turn and pop, and then it slowly creaked open as it opened.
That'd be pretty cool.
They have the stereotypical creaky doors here. So she said it terrified her, absolutely terrified her, and that was right in this hallway. So this is like a very center point for the activity. A lot of stuff goes on in this hallway.
Right.
What is that?
I don't know where that came from.
Hello? That's like a fire alarm, that one beep.
That was back near
That's
this
down
way.
there again.
Yeah.
Are you down here? Are you down this hall here?
We're just here to talk to you. We want to hear more about your life.
If you can you walk out here? If you walk by this cabinet, the light will turn on. You've done it before.
That was down there.
Yeah,
again,
what
down
is
the
that?
entrance.
What is going on here?
A lot of audible stuff.
Yeah, and what the thing is, like, this school isn't as big as Poasttown, but it's already just as active.
Right.
Like, this hallway already, we're hearing those footsteps were so loud.
Yeah.
Static dome already went off. We had a motion light going off down there.
That's a common theme too. All these places that we don't really expect to be wicked haunted end up being really haunted.
Right. People get so hung up on like hospitals, asylums, prisons, all these places with this dark, terrible history. And it's like, schools have so much energy in them. Think about that. Marshall was saying too, it's like your first crush, your first heartbreak, your best friends.
A lot of emotion.
That's a lot of stuff going on in these halls. These kids spend a lot of time here.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't some of that energy be trapped here?
Right. And they do have their own shares of tragedies too.
Right. And stuff's already playing out.
Yeah.
If there's any students in this hallway, can you make a noise for us? Maybe knock on something? Say something?
Whoa.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Say something?
Whoa.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Say something?
Whoa.
That'll work.
Yeah.
That's a loud knock. That was on that door.
Yeah, for sure.
That was 100%. And the bell just went off. And the bell just went off. That was a loud ass knock on that door, and then the bell went off.
It skipped the run pod. It's kind of
right after I said, "Can you make a loud ass noise?" Thank you.
Footsteps?
Yeah. Can you knock on that door again?
You're doing great so far. We appreciate you using the energy to communicate with us. We understand it's probably pretty difficult.
Go ahead and knock for us again, please. You're doing great. A plus.
A plus.
That was down there.
A plus.
That was down there.
A plus.
That was down there.
Yeah, back near the gym.
Goodness gracious.
That was in that hallway though, where we just had all that activity.
That was so loud.
Yeah.
I don't know where to go.
No.
Because I don't want to set the motion alarm off either.
Motion alarm.
Motion light. Guys, this is also night 4 in a row of us investigating, so we're getting a little delirious.
Getting a little loopy. That's back near the gym
I don't
again.
understand. Hello?
That was a hum. That was real loud.
What is going on?
Can you whistle again?
I heard the female voice.
I didn't hear that one.
It's like, There's knocks and bangs at every hallway.
Yeah.
Hello? What is in there?
Can you yell? I was back there again.
It's literally knocking and movement in every single area.
Yeah.
It's not the rain.
No.
It is 100% not the rain.
This is a change of pace from some of the locations that we've been to. This is in like pristine condition.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's no leaks in here. This place has heat, which is lovely, by the way.
It's got electricity.
Bathrooms.
Yeah.
This place is like, it only closed about 12 years ago, 13 years ago.
Yeah.
It's in really good condition. Like there's no leaks, no water damage. The stuff we're hearing is inside this building.
Right.
that a voice?
Yeah, that was for sure. That sounded like a male.
That was an adult male, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the static dome went off next to the principal's office. Oh, it's like a...
I almost just fell over.
Yeah. I thought it was someone screaming.
I thought that was the I was like, you're screaming, dude? I'm about to scream.
Oh, man.
But
What if that kicks up activity?
it's the most dangerous intersection.
Yeah. That's kind of
Did
wild,
something
actually.
happen, actually? Should we check? Was that right here? No, okay, that kept going. Yeah, that kept going. But yeah, I mean, that could kick up activity. I mean, you got to think about the girl getting hit by a bus.
Right.
All the car accidents that happen right outside this door.
Yeah. That's what Jada was saying, too. Sometimes they get EVPs that say, like, County Route 41,
Yeah.
which is right behind us.
Right. They're catching that residual energy from these accidents.
Yeah.
I mean, if those people pass away right outside the door, let's say when you pass away, you can choose where to go, or you have to stay in a certain area. Well, instead of staying on the corner of the road, why wouldn't you just come into the building? Right? So like maybe they're over here, or maybe because there is other energies already here, maybe they are drawn here after they pass away.
Because, I mean, movies like Insidious, right? They always show it's like a door. Once that opens, you know, you try to talk to people, it opens a door.
Right.
What if that's exactly how it works?
It's like a portal now, and they can come over here from their accident.
They see all these investigators coming in here talking to people. They're like, I'm going to go over there and tell my story.
Yeah. Are there people here that have passed away from car accidents outside? Emma, are you here? There's another knock down there. Emma, if you're here, can you do me a favor? Can you knock on the count of 3 really loud? 1, 2, 3.
That was down there.
That's down there.
All right, Emma, just to confirm, we want to make sure that we're talking to you. This isn't someone else. Can you sit off?
That was even closer.
Yeah. It was like on the
That's
glass.
not like one of the, the glass or on one of the doors again.
Can you touch one of these devices we have on the ground?
There was just a light behind it. I don't know if it was the rope light went off or if the static dome hit. I saw like a flash of a light. It was definitely a piece of equipment.
Right.
I just don't know which one it was. Do you hear the sirens? Should do a DR60.
Yeah, right after?
Yeah. Just do a quiet one, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. I know that was kind of quick and sporadic, but I was like,
It's very similar to what we do at places like Indiana State.
Yeah.
You know, where we do the crash cart and then see how they respond.
maybe those sirens are going to stir something up.
Yeah.
I can't tell what it says.
No.
There's voice there though.
Yeah. What?
What the fuck is that?
It sounds like a kid's voice.
Play that back. What
I
is
can't tell what
that?
that's saying. That's very similar to an EVP they've captured
Yes,
here, though.
the counting one.
Yeah.
The 1, 2 that they got. That's insane.
That's like the same voice.
It's not a normal DR. That's not a DR60 voice.
No. Play that one more time.
What does that say? Play it
There's a voice
one more
after
time,
it, too.
yeah. I can't make it out. Yeah, and then there's something right there at the end.
Is it counting after? Like that raspier voice.
Let's see. It could be, yeah.
No, it's not as clear.
No, that's weird though. That's super, super weird.
Well then, good start.
Hello? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Why don't we, okay, so let's walk this way. We're gonna set off the motion or light for a second. We're gonna walk by it. Let's go down there by those classrooms.
Yeah.
And do some EVPs near there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna set this off right now, guys, but watch, ready? We have to be right here to set that off.
Yeah.
Directly in front of it, just so you guys know. And that's the hallway where we came from before. All right, so this is where he was, this is where Marshall was when he saw the girl, and this is also the door that opened up on its own.
Yeah.
They got some clear EVPs in this classroom over here as well. So Marshall and Jada have had a lot of crazy, crazy experiences here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do some EVPs.
Just open this side.
Why don't we do this? Open the door.
Yeah.
There's that creak. I'm gonna put my hand in here.
Yeah, I'll go in here. This is where I did my live stream too. If you guys don't follow us on all our social medias, make sure you do that. Steve was in the gym. He did an EVP session in there. I was in this classroom. We had some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
So
Don't miss out on that stuff, guys. All right, so, ready? Let's ask some questions.
let's do it.
We're gonna ask you some questions now, okay? Come up to this device in my hand or the one in Dylan's hand and answer these questions for us. Speak as loudly and as clearly as you can. We should be able to make out what you're saying.
A lot of traffic all of a sudden.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for that car to go by.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Can we please have your name?
I tried this before, but can you finish this? OH.
Who opened this door in front of Jada?
Can you see us?
One, two, three. Yeah, I accidentally leaned out the door.
Okay.
That was me. How did the motion light just turn on? And then turn back off?
Immediately after. That's actually kind of wild. Damn. That's so cool though.
Did you just hear that?
That was my stomach.
Ah, the ghost of meals past.
Yep.
But the motion alarm,
Yeah.
light, why I keep saying motion alarm?
Motion alarm.
The motion light. Can you do that again? Can you step in front of that light? There is no way.
This place is haunted.
Can you step away so it turns off? I gotta go. What's happening right now?
Here. Wait, if this is Emma, can you step in front of that again? So it turns on?
Just step in front of that light, please. It'll turn on. Guys, I'm behind a door.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Right. Yo! Okay. Thank you so much. That's cool.
Emma, are you the girl that Marshall saw walking down the hall? If that was you, can you step in front of that light again? Just so it turns on? All you gotta do is step in front of it and it turns back on. You've been doing it. It's okay, you're not in trouble. Was it a different girl than Emma? Was it somebody else that he saw?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe that's not her name.
Right. Emma, are you from the accident out front?
Were you the girl hit by a bus?
It's very morbid to ask a kid. But
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of accidents out front, so.
right. Did you just go to this school? You enjoyed your time here? It's weird.
So,
What?
what was that? You didn't hear that?
No, I didn't hear that.
I don't even know what to describe that noise as. It didn't sound like a footstep. It sounded like somebody like slid on the floor,
That's pretty gross.
like
yeah.
that.
Wish they didn't do that, but
If the girl that's in the hall that just set off the light is still here, can you do it again? How is that even real?
place is haunted.
Holy hell! Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
unbelievable. You're doing amazing.
So just to confirm, you're not the little girl from the bus accident out front?
You're somebody else? Again, light on for yes, okay? You're somebody else, not the little girl that passed away in the bus accident? Are you the little girl from the bus accident? Maybe we had it wrong before. Okay.
Okay.
That's,
Maybe we had a misunderstanding.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
How is that happening?
That's so crazy.
How is that happening? How does that happen?
Do you like when Marshall and Jada come to visit and talk to you? Is that why you showed yourself to Marshall?
You're comfortable around them? You feel safe? Okay.
That's so
Very cool. Think about this, right? For anybody that's going to say this is us, I opened the door when the light didn't turn on.
Just
I've
to
been
prove
standing
it.
here.
I said just to prove it, and it did it again.
I'm
That's
behind.
crazy.
There's no way.
No.
Thank you. You're doing amazing.
That's so
We have to play these back. We didn't even play these voices back
Yeah.
yet.
Forgot about it.
All right, we're going to play these back. Okay, hopefully we. All right, sounds great.
Cool.
That's insane.
That's cool.
Can you step away so it turns off? What was that noise? The big thud.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks.
All right.
Again, if that was us though, that would be
It was still on.
Right, because we're still moving.
All right, let's play this back. Who's there?
Can you
right.
step back, please? Thank you.
All right, we're gonna play these back now, okay?
Can we please have your name? Who opened this door in front of Jacob?
Nothing.
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 Can we please have your name? I've done this before, but can you finish this? Oh, wait. Who opened this door?
Play one more time.
Have your name. I've done this before, but can you finish this? Oh, wait.
I-O?
Yeah, there's something weird there. It's like a whisper.
Yeah.
Have your name. I've done this before, but can you finish this? Oh, wait.
That's weird.
Can you hear us? I've done this before, but can you finish this? Oh, wait. Can you hear us?
I don't know, I can't make it out. All right, we're gonna get ready. We're gonna move downstairs, okay? We're gonna move to the basement. Are you gonna come downstairs with us and talk to us? If you are, can you step in front of that light? Come on downstairs, we're going down to the boiler room. If you're gonna come with us, step in front of that light again so that it turns on, okay? Just to let us know.
Are you scared of the basement? Do you not like going down there?
I mean, they're not allowed to go down there.
Right.
Are you not supposed to be down there? Will you get in trouble with the principal if you go down there and that's why you stay up here? It's okay, you don't have to come down. Okay. You don't have to come down with us, that's fine. We'll come back upstairs. One of us will come up here and talk to you again after, okay?
See, that's what's interesting too, because we go to a lot of these locations, there's always someone in charge.
Yeah.
So there's still a principal here, right?
At least as far as I know.
Right. That's interesting.
All right, one of us will come back up here and talk to you again after, okay? You did great. Thank you. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Really quick guys, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you drop down below and give us a like, because if we get 3,000 likes on this video, we're gonna head back to Iowa and go to the Farrar School. So guys, drop a like. Let's get back into the investigation.
All right, guys, so we moved down here to the basement. We're right outside of the boiler room. Now, Marshall was telling us that they've gotten a lot of really strange activity down here. They've actually heard the sound of the janitor's keys coming down the stairs while they were down here. They had a REM pod that was shaped like an ambulance in this room right here in front of me. It actually slid across the floor and hit the wall so hard it knocked the batteries out. Not only that, they get a lot of stuff about fires and death and stuff like that down here, and the boiler room has soot all over it. So he's under the assumption that there was a fire at one point from the boiler, and they just get a lot of weird stuff down here. So we wanted to jump in and do an Estes. I'm gonna go under. The static dome is in the boiler room. The REM pod is in the room where the other REM pod moved. And then there's the rope light going up and down the stairs, see if the janitor's coming. So I'm gonna go under. Dylan's gonna be wandering around, and we'll see what we can make contact with before we break off and do some solos.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So yeah, the REM pod is just over here in this room, put it kind of in the center. And then this is the boiler room right here, the static dome. Kind of see on the walls, even the ceiling, there's just soot everywhere. Which is very interesting too, because they didn't have records of a fire that happened, but they got a lot of EVPs and a lot of spirit box sessions that said fire and carnage and stuff like that. And they discovered that.
Sound like a little kid, but I couldn't make out what it said. It was like a little girl.
Is this Emma? Did you follow us downstairs? We don't want you to get in trouble. Whoa. Someone's upstairs. We have a couple devices set up, and Steve over here has headphones on. If you speak to him,
Male voice, couldn't make it out.
he's going to be able to hear what you say. He's going to repeat it so I can hear it. Can you tell him your name?
Hello?
Hello?
Whoa, that was a weird voice. I could not tell what it said. It was two words. It sounded like, I don't even know. It was two words though.
Are you a student here? It's like a whistle.
It sounded like it said yeah. It was like a female voice. Yeah.
So you went to school here?
They're hurt?
Who's hurt? Someone get into an accident out front?
Please,
Can we help you somehow?
get out. That was a faint male voice. It was like a get out.
Quite the opposite. Why do you want us to get out? We don't mean you any disrespect or any harm. We just want to talk to you a little bit.
The light, that was so weird. Somebody literally yelled, the light.
Do you not like the light that we have? The red lights? Do you want us to turn off the light? Is it too bright? Whoa.
Down.
I couldn't tell if that was from the spirit box or if that was like an audible, like, female voice. That was so loud. Are you upstairs?
Yes.
Interesting. So I wonder if this is...
Coming.
You're coming down the stairs? Okay. Can you set off these purple lights right here? Just walk down the stairs. Nothing beats that experience of the Hinsdale house I had during my solo with the no broken
Yeah.
stairs.
There's a female voice. Yeah.
Okay, can you set these off, please? Just walk down the stairs. Touch these purple lights as you go. They should change color. It's pretty cool. I'd love to see it. Or can you touch one of the other devices we have set up? We have a red light in the other room. If you touch the top of it, it's going to light up. It's going to make some noise. There's an orange little box next to the boiler. If you walk up next to it, it has different colors all around it. Whichever one is easier for you to use.
No.
You don't want to use the devices? Which is kind of a common theme. I mean, we've had a couple music box...
Me?
We've had a couple music box hits. We've had a couple Mel hits. Static Dome hit once, but a lot of it is audible noises and the motion lights going off, which is interesting. My name is Dylan. What's your name? I don't know where to like focus my attention. I feel like every time I walk out here, something happens in here. And every time I walk back into the actual basement, I hear a noise out here. Later tonight, we're gonna split up and go alone. Hopefully it makes it a little bit easier to talk to you. I know it's gotta be kind of weird having two strangers just walk into your school. We just wanna have a conversation though. Learn more about the school, your life, where you are now, how it all works.
I'm gone?
Do you know that you passed away?
It was posed like a question. It was like, I'm gone?
Right now it's 2023. Did you know that?
No.
Okay. So that's interesting, right? So what if they're just coexisting with us, right? They're in another timeline. They're almost, it's like they're just living their life, right? They're going to school, they're going to work, they're doing whatever, like it's a normal day. And for some reason, our universes just kind of like mingle for just a short amount of time, and that's how we have paranormal activity. That sounded like a REM pod.
Help me.
Sounded like a REM pod.
That was a male voice. It was help me.
How can I help you? It sounded like the REM pod, but it wasn't the REM pod. Did you just mimic the noise of another device? That's really bizarre. Or could that even be like residual energy from Blue Collar being here? Or one of the other teams who's investigated this place? That was really bizarre, actually. It sounded like the REM pod. We're not going to be here too much longer. We'll spend some time down here, a couple more minutes, trying to talk to you in the basement. Then we're going to go back upstairs. Do you have a message for us, or do you have any questions?
Who are you? This is a male voice. Who are you?
My name is Dylan. Really enjoy history. What's your favorite subject? That almost seems like it would be like the principal though, right? Is the principal still here? Does he still have control over the school? Can you slam one of these doors? There's a few doors down here, or if you don't want to get too close to us.
Listen.
Listening. Are you gonna slam one of the doors? There's footsteps in here. Are you in this room right here? We're not trying to scare you.
Me?
Yeah, you. Can you see me? Or can you see Steve?
Me?
Yeah. See,
Sound like the same voice both times, female.
again, that's very interesting, right? They're confused, almost like maybe they hear a voice, but they can't see us. I don't know. Is this someone new? Do you work here? Are you just passing through? Are you scared of us? Are you not used to having visitors yet? Yeah, nothing really coming up.
And now it got super quiet. It was weird. At the beginning, they were like non-stop.
Yeah.
Like one after another, different voices, loud voices, yelling, and all of a sudden it just like faded.
Yeah.
Started going away.
It was weird too because it seems like in the very beginning it sounded like it might have been Emma.
Right.
But I was like, we don't want you to get in trouble.
Right.
And then you said a couple of male voices came through, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it would have been the principal, like he came down here to kind of...
It was so weird because the voices at the beginning were very quick, like right after each other, very loud, very clear, and then it very slowly started just like getting a little fainter and fainter. That was weird.
It was very weird too because I heard some footsteps in this room right here.
In there?
I stepped in there and like, did you work here? Is this someone new? Whatever. And you almost seemed very confused. You said, me? Are you talking to me?
Right.
So it kind of begs the question, like, are they existing on a parallel timeline? They just hear this voice.
Right. Or is it somebody from the accident?
Right.
Like, why would you ask me if I worked here? You know what I mean? Maybe they don't know where they are.
Right. I don't know.
Strange.
Very weird though.
Weird.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's about that time.
Getting kind of late. Time for solos.
Do some solos. I think one person goes to the gym. One person does that main hallway. We'll take turns.
Yeah.
It's not a big school. So let's get up there. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. All right, guys, if you've been enjoying tonight's investigation here at the Bentonville School, don't forget, drop down below, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you are notified every single week when we upload a brand new investigation. We've been going to some of the most haunted locations all over the US. You're not going to want to miss it. So make sure you subscribe. Now let's get into these solos.
All right, guys, it's that time of the night. We're gonna split up and do solo. So I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go over to the Gymnasium because that's where Steve did his live stream. So I'm gonna see if I can get some EVPs over there and see if we can hear some of those noises again.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang back here in the principal's office. He's going out there by himself. I'm gonna close the door behind him here. You go do that, do some EVPs, see if you can get him to turn the motion light on and off again, more footsteps, anything like that. But good luck. I'll see you in a little bit and then it'll be my turn.
Yeah, let's do it.
See you later. I'm gonna get this door right behind you here. So have fun.
Should be a great time.
Good luck. Motion light's already on.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you later. So yeah, guys, we sat here and we tried to debunk this whole thing for probably 20 minutes. We could not figure it out for the life of us. So, I don't know, beats me. Very cool activity so far tonight. Like, that's how close I had to get for that motion light to just turn on. And we were having it when we were out here in the gym. So, kind of scary. So it doesn't look that scary when you have the lights on, it just looks like a regular old gym. But once you go to IR, look at this, guys. Scary. That's with the motion light on too. I'm gonna try to focus on EVPs though, see if I can get some more clear answers as to why Emma stays here, who else is here, maybe the janitor or the teacher. But let's see. I made it back. Again, my name is Dylan. I'm not sure if we were speaking to you before, but this is going to be our last little bit here. All right, so now that's turned off. I just came here, I just want to talk to you for a little bit. So I have this little silver box. I'm going to ask you some questions. If you speak into it, I should be able to hear your voice, okay? This first session is completely on you. I'm going to give you like 30, 40 seconds or so. Tell me whatever's on your mind. Tell me your name, how you're feeling today, what the weather's like, if you can hear the rain, anything that's on your mind, okay? All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Three, two, one. All right, let's see. So this whole haunting is very interesting too. Similar to Billy Creek Village too. It's like, is the land haunted or is it the school itself? You know what I mean? Just kind of makes you question how hauntings in general work. But let's see what they said. It's like a lot of chatter. That's pretty vocal. Am I what? It's am I something. Am I sick or am I dead? I can't make it out. Okay, that's very interesting too, because downstairs with the Estes too, they asked, am I gone? So it's like, are they not cognizant that they have passed on, you know what I mean? Or is it like parallel dimensions, right? Are they existing in their own time? Maybe it's 1950 for them right now. They're just hanging out, having a good time, going to gym class, having lunch, whatever. It's very weird. Okay, now I'm gonna ask you some questions, okay? Trying to get to the bottom of what's going on here. So if you could, come up to this little silver box that I have in my hand, okay? 3, 2, 1. Did you say, am I gone? Or am I dead? Can you repeat yourself for me, please? Do you like having visitors? My name is Dylan. Can you say my name back to me? Three, two, one. That was really loud. That sounded like it was on the stage. If you just made that noise, can you make it again? If you just made that noise, can you make it again? Can you knock on the stage, stomp your feet, whatever you just did? Do it again, please. I don't know. That was weird. Play it back.
Did you say, am I gone? Or am I dead? Can you repeat yourself for me, please? Do you like having visitors? My name is Dylan. Can you say my name back to me?
That sounds like it says Dylan.
Can you repeat yourself for me, please? Do you like having visitors? My name is Dylan. Can you say my name back to me?
Dylan, yeah, for sure. Okay, so it seems like the activity is kind of focused up here right now. I heard the noise on the stage. I don't know. Even when we were doing EVPs earlier, when we first came here, I feel like a lot of the activity was kind of centered in this area up here. So I'm gonna try to ask last few questions up here, see what I can get. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Do you like that more people are going to be visiting here? Is this Emma? Have you been following us around? Or someone else? Can you say Ohio? Three, two, one. Let's play it back.
Do you like that more people are going to be visiting here? Is this
Yes.
Do you like that more people are going going to be visiting here? Is this Emma? Have you been... Do you like that more people are going to be visiting here? Is this Emma?
Sounds like
Have
yes.
you been following us around? Or someone else? Can you say, do you like that more people are going to be visiting here? Is this Emma? Have you been following us around? Or someone else? Can you say...
Can't make that out. It's like 4 words.
More people are going to be visiting here. Is this Emma? Have you been following us around? Or someone else? Can you say
Can't tell.
Ohio?
Sounds like it just says no. Okay. Again, very mixed responses though. It's like, I don't know. I can't tell if they're like reluctant to talk to us. Can you set off that motion light again? Can you step in that hallway leading up to the stage or the gym? Seems like every time we walked away, it would do it. All right, I'm gonna ask you some more questions. I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna wrap up, okay? All right, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for using your energy and your time and speaking with us tonight. Do you want us to come back and talk to you again sometime? Do you see the school as if it was still in operation? Can you say goodnight, goodbye, or see you again? Three, two, one. Let's see. Final round of EVPs. See what we got.
Thank you for using your energy and your time speaking with us tonight. You want us to come back and talk to you again sometime? Do you see the school as if it was...
There's a response there. I can't quite make it out.
Your time speaking with us tonight. You want us to come back and talk to you again sometime? Do you see the school as if it was still in operation? Can you say goodnight?
Can't make it out.
Goodbye. See you again.
2 syllables. Good night.
Thank you for using your energy and your time speaking with us tonight. You want us to come back and talk to you again sometime? Do you see the school as if it was still in operation? Can you say goodnight? Goodbye. See you again.
Sounds like it says good night. That's kind of interesting, right? They seem like starting out, they're very reluctant to speak with us. And this little girl spirit, whether it is Emma or just someone pretending to be Emma, seems like they kind of warmed up to us, right? They started setting off the motion lights. We had a couple devices hit. Very, very interesting night. I think that's a wrap on my solo though.
All right, well, now it's my turn. He just got back from his solo. I'm gonna head out there and do mine. I'm going right back out here in the main hallway, see if I can get the motion light turned on and off again, do some EVP, see if we can make contact with whoever was out there before with us.
Right.
And that'll be it for tonight.
Yeah, good luck.
Thanks. Here we go.
Get the door behind you.
Oh, cool, thanks. Motion light's on.
Oh, good.
All right, guys, let's go infrared. I'm gonna go over here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to open this door again, and we'll see. I'm gonna step back here into the room. We'll let that turn off, and we'll get going. All right, so I'm not gonna step out. I'm gonna stand right here. I'm not even going out in the hall, behind the door, pointing the camera at it. It's not, nothing is setting it off. It's not me. So let's do a quiet one, and we'll go from there. Emma, or whoever was out here before, okay? I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, but first I'm gonna give you the chance to talk. I'm gonna count to 3, speak into this device in my hand, say anything you want, any message you have for me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Let's see what we got. Here we go. What? I'll play that again. Does it say get the F out of here? I literally think that's what it says. Get the F out of here. Yikes. Great. let's ask him some questions, I guess, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, whoever's here, I'm gonna ask you some questions now, okay? The motion light just turned on. And back off. Can you do that again? Can you step in front of that light so it turns back on? Oh my God, I'm not moving. I'm behind the door still. Thank you. I'm gonna ask you some questions now, okay? On this device in my hand, come over here and speak to me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Again, whoever's turning on that light, can I please have your name? One, two, three. Holy shit. Holy shit. That was a female voice. That was a female voice. I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna go down here because it came from this way. It came from this way. Hello? Hello? That was 100% a female voice. It came from right down here. I only got to ask one question. Let's play it back and see if they said anything.
Again, whoever's turning on that light, can I please have your name?
No, nothing on that one, but I definitely heard a female voice. There was a female voice from this end of the hall for sure. I'm gonna do my last 2 EVP sessions right down here. Whoever was just down here, I heard your voice. Thank you for speaking. Can you come down here and speak into this device in my hand? I couldn't quite make out what you said, but if you speak into this, I should be able to understand what you were trying to say. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Who just said something down here? Were you a teacher here or a student? Can you see me? One, 2, 3. Let's see what they said.
Who just said something down here? Was you a teacher here or a student? Can you see me?
Can't make out that. I'm gonna play that back.
Who just said something down here? Was you a teacher here or a student? Can you see me?
It almost sounds like it says I can at the end. Like very quiet, like I can.
Was you a teacher here or a student? Can you see me?
I could. It's so quiet. It's so hard to tell. I'm gonna do one more session. One more session. Try to get him to say goodnight. Try to maybe get the name. See if it is Emma out here that's been talking to us and communicating with us all night. Because this motion light is not going off. I'm right here. I'm right next to it, and it is not going off. So I have no idea what's been going on with that. But let's get into this last session, guys. Okay, I'm only gonna ask you a couple more questions, then we're gonna leave. We're gonna get out of your hair for the night. So come up to me and please answer these questions as loudly, as clearly as you can. 1, 2, 3. Whoever's in this hall with me right now, can you say Bentonville? As we're gonna be leaving, can you say good night or goodbye? Emma, are you here with us right now? 1, 2, 3. Let's see what they said in this last session, guys. Before I play this back, I just want to point out, I'm right here. I'm next to this motion light. It's not going off. That was not us. There's no way that was us. I can't be any close, like I'm waving my hand, is right here. I don't know. Let's see if they say anything.
Whoever's in this hall with me right now, can you say Bentonville? As we're going to be leaving, can you say good night or goodbye? Emma, are you here with us right now?
That weird yell at the beginning there, but nothing super clear. I don't know. It's been an absolutely insane night. The motion light here, the motion light down that hall, the voices, the footsteps, everything that we've experienced blew our minds. It's exactly what Marshall and Jada said we were gonna experience here. It's the same things that they've experienced. This place is really active. It's unbelievable. Definitely check them out, guys, but I'm gonna go find Dylan. We're gonna wrap this up for you and we're gonna call it a night here at the Bentonville School. So let's get out of here. All right, guys, that is officially a wrap here on the Bentonville School. An absolutely incredible night with weird activity and exactly what they said we were going to have happen.
Yeah, it definitely blew me away. I mean, we had a couple device hits, but a lot of the stuff that we heard, it was the whistling, it was the voices, it was the motion lights, exactly what they told us was going to happen, basically.
This place is loud.
Yeah.
They're here. I mean, it's such a weird building, right? Because it's not massive.
Right.
You know, you come up to it and it's kind of unassuming. It's a smaller building, but it really, really surprised us. I mean, the voices, the footsteps, the motion lights really, they confused me, man. I just don't know how that was working. It wasn't us.
Right.
I can't explain it.
That's been the theme too. A lot of these unassuming locations that we go to, a lot of these museums, these smaller locations end up being very active. So guys, the hospitals are cool, the asylums are cool, but don't sleep on the smaller locations.
Absolutely not. Again, guys, thank you so much to Blue Collar Paranormal, Marshall and Jada for hooking us up, guys. We're going to plug all their stuff down below. Check them out on all the platforms. Go look at their locations. They have a bunch of spots. We're going to be hitting the rest of their spots. We might even be doing some events at some of their locations. So keep an eye on that as well. But thank you again to them, guys. Go check them out. And I think it's that time. Get on the road, get to the next spot, and see where we end up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.